Welcome to our video tutorial on how to apply the laws involving positive integral exponents to zero and negative integral exponents. There are situations that require us to multiply a number by itself. For example, to find the area of a square, all we need to do is to multiply one of its sides by itself. Let's say one of the sides is 4 units. All you need to do is to multiply 4 by itself, that is area, equals 4 times 4. 4 times 4 gives us 16. Therefore, the area of this square is 16 square units. Now, if we let one of the sides be S, then the formula for the area becomes A, or area, equals S times S. And this expression, S times S, can be simplified to S squared. This is the reason why the area or the formula for the area of the square is area equals S squared. And S times S is what we call expanded form, and S squared is the exponential form. Now, this expression can be read in many ways. It could be S squared, S square, the second power of S raised to the second power, or S to the second power. But the most popular one is S squared. Now, 2 here, which is written on the upper right side of S, is what we call exponent. Exponent is the number of times we use the base as a factor. And actually, base here is S. Base is the number or variable or combination of both that is being multiplied repeatedly in the expanded form. So here, S squared, 2 indicates or tell us, sasabihin niya kung ilang beses mong gagamitin yung S bilang factor. In this case, we have 2. Kaya yung S squared ay kapareho lang ng S times S. Kung ito naging 3, magiging S times S times S siya sa expanded form. And together, the whole thing, S squared, is what we call power. Power is a number that can be expressed by means of a base and an exponent. So yung S squared dito ay tinatawag na power. Okay, ngayong alam na natin na ang mga numbers at variables na may exponent ay tinatawag na exponential expressions, pag-uusapan naman natin ngayon kung ano yung mga laws of exponents. Ito yung mga rules na ginagamit natin o ina-apply natin para ma-simplify yung mga exponential expressions na yan. Ngayon, umpisahan natin sa mga laws of exponents involving positive integral exponents. And we have 5. The product rule, the quotient rule, raising a power to a power rule, raising a product to a power rule, and raising a quotient to a power rule. Let's begin with the first one, the product rule. Anong sabi niya? When multiplying two numbers with the same base, add the exponents and the base remains the same. In symbols, ito yun. Anong sabi niya? Basta doon nag-multiply ka ng exponential expressions na pareho ang base, ang gagawin mo lang ay kukopyahin mo yung base na pareho sa kanila. In this case, A. Tapos, yung exponents ng pinag-multiply mo ay i-add mo lang. Ganun lang siya kadali. Examples, 2 cubed times 2 to the 4th power. Anong gagawin dyan? Pareho yung base ng pinag-multiply mo. So, kokopyahin mo yung 2 na base nila. Tapos, yung 3 and 4 na exponents, ipag-a-add mo. So, that becomes 2 raised to, correct, 3 plus 4. Tapos, yung 3 plus 4 na exponents nila, simplify mo. Magiging 2 raised to the 7th power. Ano ba ibig sabihin nito? Ibig sabihin yan, yung 7, sasabihin niya sa'yo kung ilang beses mong gagamitin yung 2 bilang base or bilang factors. In this case, 7. So, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 yan. Simplify mo ngayon yan. What is 2 times 2? 4 times 2, 8 times 2, 16 times 2, 32 times 2, 64 times 2, 128. So, ang 2 raised to 7 ay 128. At yun na ang final answer mo. Okay? Tapos, ito pala ay dapat na scratch paper mo gawin. Huwag nang ipakita sa solution mo yan, ha? So, burahin natin yan. Tanggalin natin. Example number 2. We have 4 squared times 4. Can you guess anong simplified form yan? So, una sa lahat, dahil pareho yung base ng pinag-multiply nating exponential expressions, kokopyahin lang natin yung 4. Tapos i-add yung exponents. Ang exponent nitong unang exponential expression ay 2. Ito naman, ano yung exponent niyan? Correct, 1. Kaya magiging 4 raised to 2 plus 1 yan. Tapos simplify mo yung 2 plus 1, magiging 4 cube. At ang 4 cube, ibig sabihin yan ay 4 times 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16, times 4 pa, that is 64. Final answer na yan. Alisin na natin yung ating scratch. Letter C, pwede rin siya sa mga exponential expressions na ang base ay variable. Ganun pa rin. Actually, mas madali yan. So, copy the base na pareho sa kanila, which is y. Tapos, i-add yung exponent, 5 plus 3. This is y to the 8th power. Ngayon, dahil itong y to the 8th power ay may variable ang base, simplify na yan. Kaya, mas madali siya. Example D, we are to multiply the quantity x plus 1 and the quantity x plus 1 raised to the 4th power. So, ganun pa rin, dahil pareho yung base nila na x plus 1, pwede mong gamitan ng product rule. Paano siya ginagamit? Kopyahin yung base. Ano yung base nila? Correct, the quantity x plus 1. Tapos, i-add yung exponent nila. Exponent nitong pangalawang factor ay 4. Yung unang factor, ang exponent niya ay 1. Kaya, i-add mo yung dalawang yan, magiging the quantity x plus 1 raised to 1 plus 4. Simplify mo yon to the 5th power. And this is already our final answer. Next, E. This is 5 squared times 5 times 2 squared. We have 3 factors. Pero kung mapapansin niyo, hindi pare-pareho ang base. Ito 5, 5. Ito naman 2 ang base niya. So, ang gagawin mo, pwede pa rin siyang apply ng product rule, pero dun sa may base lang na pareho. Kaya magiging 5 raised to 2 plus 1 times 2 squared. Kokopyahin mo lang yung 2 squared. Hindi siya maiiwan. Okay? Again, 5 squared times 5 ay 5 raised to 2 plus 1. Tapos copy, times 2 times 2 squared. Kaya magiging 5 cubed times 2 squared yan. Simplify natin yung 5 cubed sa yung 2 squared. Magiging 125 dahil 5 times 5 times 5 yon. Diba? 5 times 5, 25 times 5, 125. And 2 times 2 or 2 squared, 2 times itself is 4. Okay? 500 ang ating final answer. Next, the quotient rule. Anong sabi ng quotient rule? When dividing two numbers with the same base, subtract the exponents and the base remains the same. So, ganun pa rin siya. Kapag daw nag-divide ka ng exponential expressions na magkapareho ang base, pwede mong applyan ng quotient rule. Ang gagawin mo lang ay kopyahin yung base, pero this time is-subtract mo. Exponent ng numerator minus exponent ng denominator. But take note, dapat yung a hindi maging equal to 0. Dahil pag naging equal to 0, yan magiging indeterminate ang sagot natin. And moreover, dapat yung m greater than n. Mas mataas dapat yung value ng exponent sa numerator sa denominator. Example, 2 to the 7th over 2 to the 4th. So, ang gawin natin, dahil pareho yung base nila, 2, 2, kokopyahin yung base na 2, tapos yung 7 saka 4, ipag-subtract natin. Pero dapat mauna yung nasa numerator. Kaya magiging 2 raised to 7 minus 4. Simplify natin yan, magiging 2 cubed. Final answer? Correct, 8. Next, p to the 9th over p to the 4th. Mas madali to, di ba? Kasi variable lang yung base nila. Dahil pareho yung base, pwedeng apply ng quotient rule. Ang sabi ng quotient rule, kopyahin yung base na p, tapos i-subtract yung dalawang exponent. 9 minus 4, final answer is p to the 5th power. Another, the quantity 2t to the 8th power over the quantity 2t to the 7th power. Pareho yung base nila, kaya wala tayong problema. 2t raised to, correct, 8 minus 7. And 8 minus 7 is simply 1. Huwag nyo nang ipakita yung 1 dahil ang 1 naman ay understood na, di ba? Na yung dalawang yan ay may 1 na exponent. Kaya final answer, 2t. Another example, 2 raised to 5x plus 2 over 2 raised to 2x minus 6. Again, dahil pareho yung base nila, pwedeng gamitan ng quotient rule. Sir, kahit na binomial yung kanilang exponents, pwede po yan. Yes, basta pareho yung kanilang base. Paano siya gamitan ng quotient rule? Copy the base, which is 2. Tapos yung 5x plus 2 will be subtracted by 2x minus 6. Ayan. Kailangan may parentheses kasi yung exponent sa denominator ay binomial tapos yung operation niya subtraction. So again, anong gagawin dyan? Siyempre, i-simplify mo yung exponent. 5x plus 2 minus the quantity 2x minus 6. So gawin mo muna, i-distribute mo muna tong negative 1. May negative 1 din dyan, di ba? So distribute natin, magiging negative 2x, tapos positive 6 na yon. Dahil negative 1 times negative 6, positive 6. Next, simplify natin, pagsamahin natin yung mga like terms. 5x minus 2x, 3x. 2 plus 6, 8. Kaya yan ang final answer. Example E, 6 raised to 8 over 6 raised to 10. Pwede bang gamitin ng quotient rule? Yes, pwede dahil pareho naman yung base nila. Copy the base 6, tapos 8 minus 10. And 8 minus 10 is correct. Negative 2. Sir, pwede po pala magkaroon ng negative na exponent. Yes, pwede pa yan. So, anong gagawin mo ngayon dito? This is not yet the final answer, for it involves a negative exponent. So, another discussion to mamaya, negative exponent tayo. So, babalikan natin yan. 6 raised to negative 2. Raising a power to a power rule. Anong sabi niya? Paano siya ginagamit? To raise a power to another power, multiply the exponents. Ganun lang siya kadali. In symbols, ito yon. So basically, ginagamit niya kapag meron kang exponential form or exponential expression sa loob, tapos merong exponent sa labas ng parentheses. Para mangyari yan, anong gagawin mo dyan? Copy mo lang yung base na A, tapos yung exponent sa loob saka sa labas, ipag-multiply mo. Examples. A, we have the quantity 2 cubed squared. Ang gagawin mo lang dyan ay kukopihin yung base na nasa loob. No? Yung lagi nasa loob yon 2. Tapos yung dalawang exponents na 3 and 2, ipag-multiply mo. Ayan, 2 raised to 3 times 2. Simplify mo yung 3 times 2, kaya magiging 6. And then, final answer, ano ang 2 to the 6? Yes, that's 64. Sir, pwede po bang final answer na kaagad ako dahil parang nadadaliin ako sa part na to? Yes, pwede yan. Basta sigurado ka naman sa mga sagot mo. Next, B. The quantity z cubed raised to the 5th power. So again, kahit na base mo ay exponent or variable, ganun pa rin, kopyahin mo yung base na yan na z, tapos yung 3 and 5 na exponents sa loob at labas, ipag-multiply mo. So that is z raised to 3 times 5. That is z raised to the 15th power, and yan ang final answer, C. The quantity m raised to x plus 1 raised to the 4th power. Ito ay, ang exponent niya ay binomial. Okay lang yan. So, gagawin mo lang dyan, ganun pa rin, kopyahin mo yung base na m, tapos si x plus 1, i-multiply mo kay 4. Dahil si x plus 1 ay binomial, kailangan nakaparentheses siya, times 4. No? Pinaparentheses yan kapag dumarami yung terms, number of terms. So, x plus 1 times 4, distribute mo yung 4, no? 4 times x, saka 1 times 4. So that is m raised to 4x plus 4. Yan ang final answer. Raising a product to a power rule. Paano siya ginagamit? To raise a product to a power, distribute power over multiplication. Ayan yung symbol. So parang kamukha lang siya nung kanina, yung number 3, yung raising a power to a power. Pero ang pinagkaiba nila, ito, yung nasa loob ng parentheses ay 2 or more factors. In this case, dalawa yung factors mo, A and B. Examples. A, we have the quantity x cubed y squared z raised to the 4th power. This time, tatlo ang factors natin. X cubed, y squared, z. Hindi tulad kanina, tagi-isang factor lang or tagi-isa lang. So, tatlo yan. Dahil tatlo, ito ay raising a product to a power. So, ano gagawin mo dyan? Distribute power over multiplication. Distribute mo lang yung 4 na nasa labas, pero multiply mo. Ano mangyayari dyan? X cubed to the 4th power, y squared to the 4th power, z to the 4th power. Sir, pwede po bang dumiretso na ako dito? 3 times 4, 12. 2 times 4, 8. Z, na 1 ang exponent, times 4, 4. Pwede pong dumiretso na ako dito? Yes, pwede yan. And yan ang final answer. the quantity 2x squared cube. So, ganun pa rin, yung dalawang factors na to, na 2 saka x squared, makaka-receive ng 3. So, 3 times 1 na exponent dito, 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 3 is 6. So, final answer dyan ay magiging 8 to. Ito, x to the 6. Ayan. The quantity negative p squared, medyo tricky yan, kaya dito muna tayo. What is your answer here? 5 squared. Answer? Okay, correct. 25 because that is 5 times 5 equals 25. How about this? Negative 5 squared. Answer? Correct. Negative 25. Bakit? Kasi ang ibig sabihin nito ay negative ng 5 squared. That is negative ng 5 times 5. Yes, ang base mo dito ay 5 pa rin. Kaya negative 5 times 5, negative 25. What about this one? Ayan, dito ang base mo ay yung negative 5. Ganyan ka-importante ang grouping symbol. Negative 5 times negative 5, ang ibig sabihin yan. Kaya 25. So here, ang base mo, 5. Dito ang base mo, negative 5. Okay? Kaya sa question na to, marami nagkakamali dyan. Akala nila ang final answer dyan ay negative p to the fourth power. Ngayon, para di kayo magkamali, isipin mo dalawang factors yan. Negative 1 saka yung p squared. Kaya yung negative 1 ay square mo rin, pati yung p squared, square mo rin. So negative 1 times negative 1, that's 1. And p squared ay p to the fourth. Final answer, p to the fourth power. We have the quantity 5x raised to a times y raised to b times z raised to c. So, ang gagawin mo lang dyan, apat na factors yan. So, yung 5 makakatanggap ng c, yung 1 multiply mo sa yung 1 na exponent ng 5 multiply mo sa c, kaya c pa rin yan. Tapos yung a multiply mo sa c, kaya ac yon. Yung b multiply mo sa c, saka yung 1 dito na exponent ng z multiply mo rin sa c. Kaya yun ang final answer. Raising a quotient to a power rule. To raise a quotient to a power, distribute power over division. So, meron ka ng fraction, no, sa loob ng parentheses. So, ang gagawin mo lang dyan, yung numerator sa denominator, makakatanggap ng exponent na nasa labas. Examples. A, we have the quantity m cubed over 4 squared. Ganun pa rin, dalawa sila makakatanggap ng 2. So, 3 times 2, 6. Yung exponent ng 4 na 1, multiply mo rin sa 2. Kaya magiging m raised to 3 times 2 over 4 squared. Simplify natin yan. Magiging m to the 6 over 16. The quantity negative b over 2 to the fourth power. So, ganun pa rin yan. Yung numerator, magiging negative 1 to the fourth power times b to the fourth power over 2 to the fourth power. By the way, yung paggamit ng parentheses dito sa solution ay case-to-case basis. Kung saan ka komportable. Pwedeng dot lang to represent multiplication o kaya parentheses o kaya combination ng dalawa para di ka malito. Pwede yan. So ngayon, yung negative 1 to the fourth power, syempre 1 lang yan. And b to the fourth is b to the fourth. Kaya final answer natin ay b to the fourth over 16. Next, the quantity 3 raised to x plus 5 over 2 raised to x minus 2 raised to the third power or cube. So, ganun pa rin gagawin mo. Yung x plus 5 na exponent nila, multiply mo sa 3. Yung x minus 2 na exponent ng 2, multiply mo sa 3. Ayan. So, multiply natin yung x plus 5 kay 3 sa yung x minus 2 kay 3 gamit ang distributive property. 3 times x is 3x. 5 times 3 is 15. So, denominator, ganun din, 3x minus 6. At yan na ang final answer. Two more laws of exponents. Ito ang zero exponent rule, saka yung negative exponent rule. Zero exponent rule, ito ang pinakamadaling law of exponent dahil any base raised to 0 is always equal to 1. Kahit na ano pa ang base mo, basta exponent mo ay 0, ang sagot ay laging 1. Except for the base 0. Ayan, in symbols. No, bakit bawal maging 0 ang base? Dahil wala pang agreed na sagot kung ano ba ang 0 raised to 0. Pero ang sabi ng iba, depende yan kung anong math ang pinag-uusapan mo. Kung nasa limits ka, ang 0 raised to 0 ay sabi nila indeterminate o kaya naman ay undefined. Pero again, until now wala pang agreed answer kung ano ba talaga ang 0 raised to 0. Anyway, let's have examples. What is 7 raised to 0? Answer, 1. Tapos ang usapan. Okay? Tandaan nyo lang, basta yung exponent mo ay 0, ang sagot ay 1. How about for variable? What is x raised to 0? Answer, still 1. Bakit? Kasi yung exponent niya ay 0. How about this? 6x squared y raised to 0. Answer is not 1. Bakit? Tatlong factors yan eh. Bawat factor may sariling exponent. Ito exponent niya 1. Ito 2. Ito pa lang ang may exponent na 0. So siya lang ang 1. So multiply mo yung tatlong yan. Magiging 6 times x squared times 1. Kaya ang final answer natin ay 6x squared. Be careful. How about this? Last na to. What is the quantity 12a squared b c to the 4th power raised to 0? Ano ibig sabihin ng grouping symbol na yan? Silang lahat may 0 exponent. Kaya ang sagot dyan ay still 1. Okay? Next. We are down to the last law of exponent. Ito ang negative exponent rule. Kung naalala nyo kanina dun sa last item sa quotient rule, hindi natin tinapos dahil magkaroon tayo ng negative na exponent. Tandaan lang natin, bawal magkaroon ng negative na exponent sa final answer. Ngayon, paano ba tanggalin ang negative na exponent na yon? Ito, applyan mo ng negative exponent rule. Paano siya na-apply? To change a negative exponent to positive, take the reciprocal of its base. Ano ibig sabihin ng reciprocal? Babaligtarin mo lang, di ba? Kunwari, ang given mo ay 3. Anong reciprocal ng 3? Answer, 1 over 3. Reciprocal ng 5, 1 over 5. Reciprocal ng x, 1 over x. Dadalihin mo siya sa denominator. Ano ang reciprocal ng 1 over 3? Answer, 3. Ano ang reciprocal ng 1 over x? X. Okay? Ganun lang siya. Babaligtarin mo lang siya. Kung nasa numerator siya, dalhin mo ng denominator. Kung nasa denominator siya, dalhin mo ng numerator. Tapos, magiging positive na yung exponent nun. Ayan siya. Kunwari, a raised to negative n. So, para maging positive yung exponent, dali mo sa denominator. Tapos, yung exponent niya, magiging positive na. So, para mas maintindihan natin, let's have examples. What is x raised to negative 5? Answer, anong reciprocal ng x? 1 over x. Tapos, yung negative 5, magiging 5 na lang. Ayan ang final answer. Nawala na yung exponent na negative. Next, what is c d raised to negative 2? Dalawang factors yan, be careful. Yung c exponent niya, 1. So, hindi mo nakukunan yung reciprocal niya dahil positive na exponent niya. Yung d exponent niya, negative 2. So, kunin mo yung reciprocal ng d. Anong reciprocal ng d? 1 over d. Tapos yung negative 2 magiging 2. Kaya answer dyan ay c over d squared. Okay? C. The quantity 2x cubed y raised to negative 4. So, meron tayong parenthesis dyan, grouping symbol. Ibig sabihin, silang lahat makakatanggap ng negative 4 na exponent. Kunin mo lahat ng reciprocal niyan. Tapos yung negative 4, magiging 4 na. And then, para matanggal yung 4 sa labas, gamitan natin ng raising a product to power rule. So, bawat isang factor makakalusib ng 4. So, magiging 1 over 2 raised to 4, x raised to 12, and y raised to 4. Tapos, simplify mo lang yan. Now, yung 2 raised to 4, magiging 16. X squared, y to the 4th. Okay, that's it. Another, 1 over the quantity 5ps squared. Ayan, ganun pa rin. Silang lahat, yung buong yan na nakaparenthesis, negative exponent, kaya kunin mo yung reciprocal na yan, pupunta silang lahat sa correct numerator. So, wag mo nang ilagay yung bar doon dahil 1 naman denominator. Tapos, bawat isa makakatanggap ng 3. Magiging 5 cubed times p cubed times s squared raised to 3. Tapos, simplify mo isa-isa. 5 cubed is 125, p cubed s to the 6. That's it. And letter E, 4 raised to negative 2 over 2 raised to negative 3. Pareho negative exponent nila, magpapalit sila ng pwesto. Ganun lang siya kadali. So, magiging 2 cubed over 4 squared, tapos simplify mo yan, magiging 8 over 16. Kung yung lumabas ay pwede pang simplify further, do it. Final answer, 1/2. Ito yung sa quotient rule kanina, no? 6 raised to 8 over 6 raised to 10. Ang ginagawa dyan sa quotient rule, kukopihin yung base na 6, tapos yung exponent, pagsusubtract 8 minus 10, kaya may negative 2 tayo. Ngayon, to resolve the issue, applyan natin ng negative exponent rule. Final answer? Correct. 1 over 36.